Hi, I'm Terry Tarbox, and I would like to take this time to show you how to take your cake from flat to fabulous using Icing Images Premium Icing Sheets. As you can see, your tools that you will need is a cutting mat, an X-Acto knife, a tool to use to help adjust when we dimensionalize the pictures that we're going to be working with. A pair of tweezers always comes in handy just in case. I have black and blue royal icing already colored to use for the dimensionalizing process. I have blue to trim my cake when I am done, and a little bit of pearl dust just to enhance the graduation caps as I'm working along. As you can see, for this cake, you're going to need 2 premium icing sheets from Icing Images. I have pre-printed them and pre-cut out to save time. I have attached the graduation caps and the soccer balls to the cake. This cake is covered in fondant, but you could use buttercream. The effect is the same with either kind of cake topping that you like to use. Now, I have attached the graduation caps and the soccer balls with a new product that I have found that I think is absolutely fabulous when working with icing sheets. It worked great with these premium icing sheets. It's called Sassy stick. It's an edible glue stick. You just smear it on the back of your design that you want to attach. It attaches to the cake. Now, I did have to move one. It was not a problem. It easily removed. I reattached it and it is stuck. So I do recommend this product. It is called Sassy Stick. Check them out online. Now, as I said, I already attached the graduation caps and the soccer balls. I have made a generic school logo or mascot symbol. Didn't want to play any favoritisms, and I'm going to show you how to take this from flat to fabulous. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this from the sheet. Like I said, I had already pre-cut them out. I have it on my cutting board. I'm going to take the Sassy stick and I'm going to smear it on the back of the premium icing sheet. I'm going to go around the edge and I'm going to go through the center of it with several strokes of the stick. Put the lid back on. I'm going to use my finger and lightly smear the edible glue across the surface of my image. So now I'm going to go ahead and place my image in the middle of my cake. And I'm going to take my fingers and lightly press it into place. So now typically this is at a point with using icing sheets that you would go ahead and put your border around the base of your cake and maybe a border around the school symbol that you were doing. I'm going to show you how to take it one step further to take your cake from flat to fabulous. So what I've done is, using your basic clip art program, I have taken and used just the dragon separate. I have enlarged the dragon at 105%. So he's slightly bigger than the image that's on the cake. I have also enlarged the banner for the school, and I'm going to place that on this cake also. So I'm going to use, at this point, the blue royal icing. I have dyed it to match the color of the dragon. And I'm going to very strategically place support dots of the royal icing. Now, I want to inset on the wings so it's not actually seen by looking at the cake. You would have to look down under it to see the dots. So I'm going to place them around the edge of the wings. Now the ones on the outside, I'm going to make them a little bit taller than the support ones I have on the inside, because I want the wing to look like it's actually moving up off the cake. So that's what I've done. I have placed, in this case, with the size of the wing, I have 11 dots there, and I'm going to take the wing now and I'm going to lightly lay it over the dots, and I'm just going to let it softly fall onto the wing. I will position it Now you remember I've made the top wing at 105%. You can leave it the same size as your initial image, but I recommend enlarging it just a little bit bigger so it looks like it's coming off the cake. Now while that's setting up, and I've now positioned it to where I am happy, I'm going to also do the same thing with his head. So in his head's case, I'm going to put a dot, a drop in the areas that I feel will support. His head is small, so you only need 3 drops. You do not have to cover the whole area that you are trying to dimensionalize. You just have to cover enough to support the premium icing sheets. Now, the Icing Images Premium Icing Sheets do work the best. They position well, they do not sag, and at this point they're easy and they're pliable to work with, so therefore I'm able to maneuver them as I need on the cake. So I'm going to lay the dragon's head on the cake. There's that. And then the last piece for the dragon that I want to dimensionalize or bring to fabulous status, as I say, is the flames. I'm going to go ahead and use the blue for the flames because I'm only going to put 2 drops in the middle. At this point, you should not be able to see them on the sides because, again, the flame is at the larger size. Now, if you like to use a pair of tweezers to do this, you may do that and just use the tweezers to lay the flame on the supports. So at this point, I have raised the wings, the dragon's head, and the flames. Now, I'm going to do the same thing with the school mascot. Let me finish cutting this out. I thought I had done that. Just takes a quick second. And what I would like to do in this case, because of the way the banner is designed, I'm going to go ahead and cut out the center section of this banner. So I'm going to cut the end pieces away, but I'm going to use them. So I've cut them away, and I'm going to take my drops and I'm going to put them taller on the outside. And now I'm going to place these pieces on the cake at an angle. So it looks like they are flapping in the wind or there's some movement. Just like that. Now for the center, I am going to try to raise that tall to give it dimension, and because of the length of the banner, you're going to have to place 2 drops across the banner evenly. Again, you want to inset them so they are not seen from the edge of the cake. So I'm going to take my banner now and I'm going to lightly place it across that. And the way it is sitting, it looks like the banner has movement. So now that I've done that, what I would like to do is take the graduation caps, and what I'm going to do with them is I'm going to give them a little sparkle with some crystallized pearl bright silver dust. I'm just going to take a little bit on my brush and I'm going to lightly do just the edge of the cap, just enough to give it a sparkle. Now I'm going to go ahead, and when doing the black cap, I'm only going to do the top part of the cap, raise that area. So I'm going to put drops on the top of the cap, graduation cap, and 2 drops on the tassel so it holds it in place. Now, if you'd like, for the tassel, you could actually make your own tassel out of fondant and attach that after you have placed the cap on the cake. And again, I have made the graduation caps a little bit bigger than the initial size. and I'm going to place them on the cake. And I'm going to use my tweezers to help maneuver the tassel so it looks correct. There you go. And then I'm going to do the other two the same way. Last one on, push down just a little bit and come over and support the tassel. Now, at this point, I have dimensionalized, or I have taken the graduation cap and the mascot from flat to fabulous. It has taken me several minutes to do so, and I am using the Premium Icing Sheets from Icing Image. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do the soccer ball. The soccer ball, to enhance this design, I am only going to be doing the black areas of the soccer ball. So I'm going to place one drop of royal icing in each location. And I have also pre-cut them. And they are slightly larger than the original. And I will place them on the cake. Just doing a cake like this, if you choose not to do all of the items raised, that's perfectly fine. You can do just the cap at this point and the centerpiece, and leave the soccer balls flat. That's the nice thing about using the Premium Icing Sheets. They are very workable, and you can do anything with them. There you go. All right, there, very nice. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and do the other soccer balls. I could have, in essence, used the whole soccer ball. Oh, I think I did the wrong, I sure did. I could have just raised the whole soccer ball in its spot instead of taking pieces of it or sections of the ball. But in this case, I thought it would be better to take parts of the soccer ball and raise them up. So let me now, the Icing Images Premium Frosting Sheets are very nice to work with. They're very pliable. They do not dry out very quickly, and as you can see, as I'm working with them, they've not changed shape in my hands. They have not bled in color. They're holding the color that I put on them, and I've been able to work with them quite a while now, and everything is going very well. So here is the last piece. So as you can see, I have taken the cake, which would have been one dimension. I have taken it from flat to fabulous in a matter of moments. And the last thing that you would need to do to your cake would be to add a border. And once the border is complete, there you go. The only thing I would have left to do is to add my graduate's name, the name of the school, and then present my cake to the happy graduation person. So, as I said in the beginning, I have shown you how to take your cake from flat to fabulous in a matter of moments. I hope you enjoy. I hope you try this method. Check us out again online, Icing Images, Premium Icing Sheets, and I will see you next time.